All right, thank you for tuning in, everyone who's watching this program. You're watching Your Journey, and I'm here with a special guest. She's an actress, for sure, a great actress, upcoming actress. Her name is Kenishia Green. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And so I'm gonna give her an opportunity for her to explain herself about why she got into the acting business and a little bit about her background. So, Miss Kenishia Green, would you like to tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
All right. Well, hi, everyone. My name is Kenishia Green. So the I is silent. I currently live in Brooklyn, New York. And I moved here about 5 years ago to pursue the arts because I was going back and forth from Pennsylvania to New York to, pursue my dreams. And it was a little bit difficult. So I decided to just, leap of fate. And I just said, forget it. I'm coming to New York. That's a wrap. So, but I really started getting into acting. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was younger. Like all kids almost don't know what they want to do. We just play around and just be creative. So I would do a lot of plays in high school, Reading High School. Shout out to Reading High School. Hey. So I did a lot of plays. And when I was younger, going back like 14, 15, I used to watch a lot of soap operas with my mom. My mom's Jamaican. Shout out to you, mommy. And I would sit and watch with her, and I would always watch how people, it was so dramatic. It was just so, the facial expressions and the camera zooming in and that pause and all that stuff always intrigued me. And I never knew later on in life that that's something I wanted to do. So it's kind of like foreshadowing for me at the time. So that was around 14, 15. And then my last year in high school, I really went in. I started doing plays in high school. I went to California to participate in an acting competition. I did win Best Monologue for my division in New Jersey. And fast forward, then I went to college and I majored in acting and directing at DeSales University. And that's kind of where it really started. Like my love really started for the theater, and then it transitioned into film. Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing. So tell me something. Are there any actors or actresses that inspired you, on your passion that you look up to?
They do. I do have a few actors and actresses. I love Viola Davis. I love her to the moon and back. I want to be just like her when I grow up. I also love Denzel Washington. He had a long career. He's been acting from he was so young, and his story is so inspiring. And he has definitely inspired me. I also love Chadwick. I like this between a mixture of men and women. I love Chadwick Boseman. I love his how multi-talented he is, multifaceted he is, very versatile. I love actors who are like that. I love Kerry Washington. There's so many of them out there that I really look up to. Octavia Spencer is another one. Lupita. There's so many of them. It's just too hard to really go down the list of the ones I look up to. But I love my Black actors. I love them. And I love Hugh Jackman as well. Like, he's so amazing. He's like the best. There's a lot of them. I can go on and on and on, but yes, there's a lot of actors that I mirror, and I'm like, yes, that's who I want her career, damn it. So.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I like the way you do your career. And, you did some acting scenes and acting reels, and I think you're amazing. I love how you did these commercials. The commercials, I just love them. I'm gonna try to show. Well, I'm not gonna show. I'm gonna go ahead and try to show a clip of your commercial. And
Okay.
I want you to, if you want to, I'm gonna share the screen. And if you want to, I want you to be able to tell, like, how you got some of the roles on the commercial.
Sure.
And hold on, I'm going to get ready to screen share it. So hold on real quick so everybody be able to see.
All right.
All right, hold on. I'm going to go screen share right here. You be able to hear it too as well and see it. So here we go. Screen share. And let me know if you hear it and see it.
I can see it?
Oh, excuse me, you said my car will be ready by 3?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said in 3
In 3 what? In 3 hours?
hours. We've got a lot of cars here, and I don't know if you noticed, but most of them are broken. You think that doesn't take time?
So then what was
3 days, miss. I think I'm better than everyone else. 3 days.
Tired of dealing with dummies? Discover the smart way to service at Route 22 Toyota's new service center.
3 days.
What's the smart way to trade?
Well, at Westchester and Fordham Toyota, we handle things differently. You'll always get up to $3,500 or more for any car you can push, pull, or tow.
Wow.
Plus, we include you in the entire evaluation because nobody knows your car better than you.
That is smart.
And with the smart way to trade, our offers based on leading sites.
So I am protected?
110%.
$3,500, but I have to buy from you, right?
No, we'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
The smart way to buy protects you 110%.
It's not easy being a parent. Some days are more difficult than others. And every now and then, we all need a little help. Someone to lean on when times get tough. Someone to guide us through moments of uncertainty and doubt. And that's when we come in. At the Ronald McDonald House of Delaware, you'd be surprised just how far a warm meal, a place to stay, and some good company can go. At this house, we know that for every down, there's an up. There's hope. And it's during these moments, we keep families right where they need to be. Together.
All right. There you have it. So I want you to tell people a little bit about the commercials and how you got the roles, because I think you was great in them.
All right. Well, thank you. The first commercial that showed was BetterHelp commercial. It's for a digital counseling, people who seek therapy. It's an app on your phone. You can download that. I got that. First off, I'm independent in a way. I do have management and I do have an agency, but I still have to put in the work. Actors still have to put in the work because sometimes the agency or the management won't show up, so you still have to go 110% for yourself. So I submit myself all the time on the acting websites, Backstage, Actors Access, or Casting Network. But I found that particular commercial on Backstage. So I went to audition. I had to go to work. I showed up at like 5:30. I had to be at work at 7, and there was like a long line. So I had to tell everyone like, oh my God, please, I beg you, let me just jump in front of you. I got to go to work. They were so gracious to let me jump in front of them. So I'm inside the studio, and you have to cry. They want to see a crier. And I was like, all right, another role where I have to cry. And I'm not sure what's going on, but I've been getting a lot of roles or auditions where I have to cry. They're trying to make me put me a box of being a crier, but it's okay. So I went in and I cried. Like, I've learned how to cry on spot or on cue. So, but there's some traumatic stuff that had happened. I had lost a very close friend, so that was still sitting with me. And it's hard for me to say it sometimes, but I had to use that experience to drive that performance. And I cried my heart out. And the guy was just like, thank you. And I left, went to work, and then I got the email, and he's like, without a doubt, it was yours. And that's how I got that audition, that commercial. So, yeah.
Okay.
The second one.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Can I ask you a question real
Go
quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. You have to cry on all the auditions?
Not all of them, but lately, all of last year, I've been getting a whole lot of crying auditions, and I've been booking them. because I know how to cry.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? What energy do you channel to cry? That's what I want to ask.
All right, so it's a personal experience, or it's a personal part of my life, and I don't have a problem sharing. So in 2018, I lost a very close friend of mine. It's a brain aneurysm. He fell out, and the way how it happened was just so unexpected. You know, it's difficult when you lose someone when you least expect it, as opposed to when they're dying from an illness. So you have time to accept it. So because of that, that has stuck with me from last year until even now. It's still hard to shake it. So that has always been a driving force to influence my my auditions, when I have to be vulnerable, when I have to cry, when I have to be sad. And I can go further back. As actors, it's a method. So you have to continue channeling yourself and your memories, and going back to some dark places. It may be uncomfortable, but this is what being an actor is really all about.
All
That's
right.
where
Yeah, all right. Thank you. I mean, cut you short, but yeah, I appreciate it. I was just curious. As a person, I was just curious to know what actors do
Sure.
to get their performance. Because I think that's what makes Denzel such a great actor, because he make it seem so real. And he's like one of the very few actors that can do it. Him and Tom Hanks, that make you feel like you in the movie. Okay, that's offset. Okay, now you can go and explain about the rest of the commercials that you did.
Yeah, the other commercials, I just sent in a video audition, and he liked me. The casting director liked me. The director liked me. It was both commercials were funny. I like to say I'm borderline comedic actress as well, borderline. I'm not like no stand-up comedian or anything like that, but I know how to do a little bit of funny things here and there. So they liked my audition. Then the last audition, it was also another video audition. A lot of today, everyone is asking for video submissions, and record yourself and send it in. And you have to make sure you do a really good job in your video auditions, and that's basically what I did. Yeah, all of my auditions, the rest of them were through casting directors and or video submissions.
Oh wow. Is that now the one with the what you did with the puppet, the one you did with the oh man, I like
That's
that
what
one.
I'm talking about. A lot of people like that commercial. I was hesitant to put it up at first. I don't know why. I was just like, I don't know. My shirt was like this and my hair. And I was like, forget it. I love the commercial. And I ended up putting it up as a Throwback Thursday. And I got so many responses from my peer actors, family, friends. And I was just like, wow, people are really taken to this. They're gravitating to it. So I was grateful for that.
Yeah, the reason I think a lot of people gravitate, I know why I like it, because it reminds you of Sesame Street and stuff. When you see stuff like that you hardly see anymore, it pulls you in and brings you back to childhood. But it's like a commercial that's for everybody. Even if you don't know what the commercial is, you just like that type of interaction with a human and a puppet.
Yeah.
Something you don't see hardly anymore.
Exactly.
And that was great. And I mean, I really think you did great in all those scenes. That was very touching. When I saw it, I said, man, I had to interview this young lady, because she's an upcoming star, and I was very thankful, and I'm very grateful that you allowed me to talk to you. And I'm glad that you're independent, because a lot of people who got big agents, you got to talk to my agent, you got to go through this, you got to go through that. When you get to a certain level in acting in Hollywood, you just can't reach people directly. And so I've been very thankful to reach out to people at level. When you're independent, to me, I see you more as I see you more authentic. I mean, you're also business-like, but you're also what people call down to earth. People connect when you do that. Like we're talking, it is bring your audience and people who follow you, to see you more real. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. Don't see you just a puppet. No, as you do in Hollywood. Now,
yes.
In your experience as an actress and a woman of color, what obstacles do you think that women go through in order to make it and to thrive?
As a woman of color, and this has been a very popular conversation and a very popular debate. As we all know, Hollywood is not friendly or too accepting to people of color, and we have to fight twice as hard. Now, what I've experienced do getting certain opportunities and being so close to the finish line. And then I have to, and in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, you know, it's a white production, you know, I'm so close, but then I don't get it. And it was sometimes it's confusing. Sometimes it was like, well, why was I here in the first place? If you knew I was the only Black person too, and it didn't make any sense. I was like, am I being played? But at the same time, I took it gracefully and I accept the rejection because I'm very good at taking rejection. Like, y'all have no idea. Okay. So it just sets me up to be greater for the next project or the next whatever that's coming into my life. But there's not enough roles. And I think I can speak for a lot of Black actors and actresses when we say there's not enough roles out there for us. And that's why so many independent filmmakers and actors are going independent, and filmmakers are trying to make a path in a way for Black actors to get something. And when we can't book something, we have to create what we want. We have to create our own dream. You know, a show that I'm on currently called Situationships is playing on BET right now, and I play Gabrielle. The creator, oh my God, Scylla Sinai, she created her dream because, from her words, it was very hard for her to get roles as a Black woman. Me currently, I'm writing my own scripts because I want to create my own thing, because I don't feel there's enough out there for me. That's also sometimes can be discouraging. You're looking.
You're kind of freezing up a little bit.
If there's someone that looks like me, oh, how about now?
Okay, you got it.
Okay. All right. So in terms of representation, there's a lot of agencies out there. However, if they have too many of me, or one of me, I should say, when I say too many, I mean like one or two of me. They cannot have like 5 or 6. They have to have like one token Black person on their roster. But if you look at it, there's several white women and there's several white men, but they can only have a certain amount of Black people, Black women, Black men. And that kills me, because I've submitted myself to several agencies, and they're like, we're sorry to inform you, but we already have your look. What does that mean? You have my look? No one has my look. I don't look like this Black girl, and she doesn't look like me. She's her own person. She's as talented and as beautiful as any other Black woman out there doing this. What do you mean she has my look? That is so weird. But these 15 white women that you just took on, don't they look like all these 50 other white women that you represent? So that's always been a challenge when someone tells you, we already have your look, AKA we already have one Black person, so try another agency. So that's always been a challenge, and there's not enough for us. There's not enough Black stories to tell for us as well. So it's always a fight. It's a constant fight, and that's why I encourage people to create their own art, to create their own projects and their own stories. So that's my personal experience. I can't speak for everyone, but that's just my experience.
Excuse me. Yeah, I believe you. I really do. Remind me of like someone in Hollywood. Excuse me. I know we heard of Monique situation, and you know, Monique says, and I believe her, that, you know, like if you look at some of the upscale Black actors, a lot of them in her, you know, some of them, I ain't gonna say now, you know who they are. You know, they do what they have to do. No, talking about the Black men, which is, you know, some people may say kind of sell out to a certain image to get certain height in Hollywood. And I think Monique is very real. I think she's very outspoken. Do you agree with some of the, you don't have to be, you know, say anything specifically what you agree on, but do you agree what Monique says about Hollywood?
What part specifically? Because I know she had an issue with Netflix.
Okay, not the Netflix issue. That's kind of complicated. Where she said when some people like roles for like women, like kind of like the help type of role, or I'm on drugs type of role, or a ratchet Black woman type of parts, you know, for Black women to play in order to get a role.
That's the sad part. I do agree with her that those are the type of roles that's set up for us, and it's so sad. And don't get me wrong, you know, if it's not for those actors showcasing their talent to us and also inspiring us, but at the same time, we kind of have to break that barrier. We have to break that stereotype. And I am so thankful to these Academy Award Black actors that have won. But when I look at it deeper, I love Lupita. I love you, girl. But sometimes you're winning awards for playing a slave, playing a thug, playing someone that, and I don't have an issue with LGBTQ. I love everyone, you know, but sometimes, you know, playing certain images, like you said, Kevin Hart in a dress or male on male, those are the type of things that get recognized. Unfortunately, we never have a heroic, we never have a king, we never have a queen that can get recognized. And that's who we are. We're kings and queens. But we don't have those stories that showcase that type of image and winning the awards as well. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm hoping we're going to break through with that now that we have Black Panther. That's why I look up to Chadwick Boseman. I really love his work. His body of work is excellent. I'm hoping with Black Panther, we are now going to break that stereotype and break that barrier, and now having good stories. Like he played Marshall, Thurgood Marshall. That was such a beautiful story. I want to see more of that, you know? So I think Hollywood is getting it, and we're having a shift. It's a slow shift, but we're having a shift.
I agree. I was curious about that too. One concern I do have about that, you must read my mind about Black Panther, because I was finna answer you the question about Black Panther. I really was. I'm a Marvel fan, and I like Black Panther, and I think Stan Lee, when he did Marvel, I don't think Stan Lee was racist. I don't think he played a lot of political stuff and used certain things to explain the things that humans go through using the comics that he created. Now, on problem, I'm kind of curious about, even though that they are shifting, they do see it as a market for Black people. I mean, it always been one, but I think it's just stereotype in America. The problem is I'm concerned about is who's banking off the talent. Are we gonna be extorted and pimped because they know we can and sign actors just to make for the money part, just for the money part only, or do you really think they're gonna have real respect, or you think it's just mostly be just based on money? Because I'm wondering, like even for Black people who have their own productions and everything, like you do, you're independent. The thing about it is, like when it comes to distribution and stuff, the people who want distributors, you know, they go based off of if it fits their narratives. Because you understand when it comes to advertisements and stuff, advertisers kind of pay for certain things, and if it's not holding the narratives, I'm just curious, what type of films is going to be put out there? Is it something that Black people will have to do on their own and put it stream online till they get the money, or are they going to have to continue to produce independently? But you know, it all depends who wants to allow it to be played, because it still is a regulation based on what they want the audience to see. And I'm pretty sure look at, so now we can't, like to do the music industry. Like a lot of independent artists, they know they have to work hard to get it out there, because unless you doing some type of buffoonery, they're not going to put it out there unless, you know what I'm saying? So even though they do make good content, what is like, what I'm asking basically is Black people wake up and, you know, to a certain extent say, you know what, I want to have my own, you know, like station or maybe movie theaters or something that we can eventually set up where we can make the money and not being used, but, you know, for our talents and gifts, and we eating at the bottom.
Well, I will say this. Black people, I love everything Black. Like Issa Rae said, rooting for everything Black, everybody Black. We spend the most money on everything you can think of. Hip hop, the film industry, majority of the demographics are Black people spending money. Products, as they say, the Black dollar is like $1.3 trillion that's being spent by Black folks. Now imagine if we can redirect that money and make something even greater from that. I think that when Hollywood starts to see how powerful we are and how we support the film and music and this and that, and there's a demand for more Black whatever, whether it be film or movie or anything like that, they're gonna, and it's sad to say, it's gonna always come back down to money. It's sad to say that. It's gonna always come back down to money. But if they wanna always keep that mindset, it don't matter, because we can still build, we can still create and showcase and put that out there for people to see, and still have more Black projects, more Black movies and things like that. Unfortunately, white people are gonna, or the Hollywood folks are gonna try to bank off of that. But as long as we can try to perpetuate something good in the meantime, that may eventually turn into something good. But I'm an advocate for really building our own stuff. I really want us to have our own studios. You know, Tyler Perry has a studio, but we really need to have more, not just one, not just two. We need several, so we can have enough push and power to have more films for Black people, more films and more roles for Black actors and Black actresses and Black actors, you know? So that's what I think. I think the more we continue to create, the more they'll pay attention and see, oh, this is what they want. This is what people are looking for. Like Issa Rae, she had to create her own thing. She had Awkward Black Girl. Now she had Insecure. People noticed, HBO noticed Awkward Black Girl. And thus, Insecure was born. That's how I feel.
I agree. Like I said, I don't think anybody doubt the power of Black people in the business. I had no doubt. We are probably the most influential people when it comes to money anyway, and what we do. People watching us, they always watching us. They've been watching us for a long time. But I'm like you. I was happy that you said you want to create your own thing. That's what I was getting at. You know, the ability to create your own thing. I don't mind nobody making money, but you know what I'm saying. I just don't want to be, you know, I want Black people to be able to own a playground too, like T.I. said. You know, people want to run it, let you play on the playground, but don't want you on the playground. Or T.I. made a statement. So I want Black people to be able to own some playgrounds. So we won't have to continue to, you know, because as long as we have to depend on their approval, well, I think Black people in today's society, the reason why we got watered down, because we had no real identity of who we are and what we are, and we want someone else's approval. Unfortunately, in this strange society, when a Black person gets the approval of a white man or a white man behind him, they're more accepted than, because, like, you know, it's just something about the respect. It's how we, you know, it's kind of something passed on for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That Black people just lack the unity they need, because I agree with that. I think it has something to do with no identity and low self-esteem. If you look at other people who come in, like the Hispanics and stuff, and the reason that they are a threat, because they come in with they have a belief, they have a background, have a tradition, and they're not selling out to their culture. They empower their culture, embrace their culture, and they make it flourish. Well, I agree. Most Black people don't have a real identity culture that's been taken away from us. So we have to fabricate it, so to speak. And so there's a certain type of fabrication. You got the hip hop, which has been watered down, and a lot of the things. The women's want to twerk. Women are very beautiful. We got a lot of very beautiful Black women. You're one of them. But unfortunately, they more concerned about their looks than anything, and have became kind of conceited. And all the twerking and stuff, then they want to know why I can't find a good man. And I say, man, I tell Black women.
But you know what though? And I hear
I'm not mad at him, but I'm just saying, when a man just sees certain things, you're not gonna get the respect that you're really looking for. Right. Me as a man.
I agree with that, but at the same time, it's like I have to ask myself, why do some women go underneath the knife? You know, what are they? And I really truly believe it's deeper than just, oh, I'm not happy with how small my butt is. Me personally, I'm not happy with how small my butt is. No, I'm okay with my butt. I love my body. Don't get me wrong. Right. I'm just speaking for like if someone else. But I think it's deeper than that low self-esteem. It's really about acceptance. You know, it's really about pleasing the man. And it's sad to say, but and I'm not speaking out against brothers or anything like that, because there's a lot like you. So there's a lot of us a lot of you guys that are really for our queens and our sisters.
I think low self-esteem has a part of, because when I say low self-esteem, is saying what I'm saying is you don't have enough self-love or confidence in yourself. You need somebody to pat you on the back, say you're doing well, to feel important. That's what I mean. And where if it's looks, unfortunately looks. That's more than the person look. Nobody's really looking and say, hey man, I like you because you're so intelligent. You know, there's something outward that people identify with, just clothes, a certain name brand. And I was thinking about, you know, this is what I'm gonna share. Like for instance, most black people, including myself, my last name is a slave master last name. And because when black people had a name back in time, they didn't have a last name, they just had a first name. So they took their slave owner or former slave owner last name. And I was just wondering how so in love we are with a name that's not ours. Like our last name, the so-and-so last name. Then we got Tommy Hilfiger, and then we got Jabot. Then we got people Gucci. We're so in love with the name brands or name been branded. We're so in love with that. We need those things to make us feel good, and we spend a lot of money on it. Excuse me. And it don't really cost that much to make clothes, but that's spend $200-300 on clothes to make yourself feel good, and be broke to have something make you feel self-value and worth. You know, and I think it's sad. And then when you have a woman such as yourself who know her self-value and worth, then you start thinking they bougie or something. No, I'm stuck up.
Well, I mean, if men want to think that I'm bougie,
keep talking. I'm finna get some water. Keep talking.
Okay. I can't wait until you get back. I done made him cough up, y'all. Let's wait until Lamar gets back. You all right?
Yeah, he could have kept talking because they can't see me anyway.
Okay. They can't see you at all?
Yeah, they can.
I'm just thinking they can see it. Okay.
They can see me when I talk, but when you talk, they see you.
Oh, okay. But
So
in regards to your question, honestly, I'm not worried about the men that we may think that I'm stuck up or anything like that. That's mostly a reflection of them and how they feel. And if they're threatened, that's too much energy to put into needing a man to feel comfortable because of who I am. I don't got that kind of time. So that's on him to worry about. And the men that accept me for all of me and all of my being, kudos to you, and I appreciate you, and let's just keep this ball rolling. That's it.
Yeah, I know that. But all I was saying is, no, throat got irritated. But what I was saying was that when you have confidence, people think you can see it sometimes. Like you know your self-value. You're not gonna chase a man down for his money or his looks or his muscles.
Oh, you're asking me if I'm gonna chase him down for that? Those things?
Yeah, I'm saying you wouldn't.
No, I'm not interested in someone that is more so I guess materialistic or vain, about vanity. I can't, like I was saying, it's just too much energy, and I'm a grown woman now, and I've already been through that in my teenage years, in my early 20s. Going after the men who were all how great they look, how sexy they look, how their face were so handsome and what they stood for. Like, I'm so past that. So I guess I'm on a different type of vibration.
Exactly. I know you are. That's why I come out. That's how I found you, looking at something real.
Yeah. I do pray that those men will realize their priorities and see what's important,
Yeah. Sorry for coughing.
No, it's okay. I do that to men sometimes. It's all good.
My throat got dry. I started coughing. I was like, what's going on? So okay. So I was like, keep on talking because when you talk, the screen is all on you. When I talk, it flips back to me.
Screen.
Oh, yeah, you got it going on. Don't stand up. You already stood up one time. I almost dropped my microphone.
But yeah, so.
Well, that's good. So we got that part out. We got the hard part out. That ain't the hard part, but that was a very important part that we talk about when it comes to acting in Hollywood for people of color. And you pretty much put it out there though too. And so what projects are you working on right now? You working on any other projects?
Currently I am working on the play already happened. It showcased in November and then again in December. So it was very popular. It's called Will I Ever Get Married? I know it sounds like a Tyler Perry play, but it's inspired by Tyler Perry events. But that's the next project coming up. We're revamping it. We're bringing it back to the stage, Black by popular demand. So we're going to be in Maryland in, I believe, May. Currently, I'm out auditioning, doing things that, I got to feed my creative energy and my creative juices. The last project that I was on is I played Gabrielle on Situationships. That's currently showcasing on BET.com right now. So if anyone want to go ahead and check that out, just go to BET.com and type in Situationships with an S. And I currently have a project called Brawlers, where I was given the opportunity to play Belinda Ali, which is Muhammad Ali's wife. It's about Chuck Wepner. It's about his life, but then they also highlight the Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner fight. So that was my moment in that movie as well. It was in theaters. I had the privilege of going to view it with my fellow castmates and other people, and it was great. I believe it had good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it had 70 or 80 something % on Rotten Tomatoes, but now I believe it's on Amazon Prime. And yeah, just going out there and auditioning like any other working actor is. So
yeah, because I'm looking very forward to some of your other projects. Keep me posted on your new stuff.
Definitely will.
So other than that, I always share all your social media links. You got Facebook?
I do. I'm learning to utilize all things social media because I act like I live under a rock sometimes. So on my social media on Instagram, I am Miss Green _ MSGREEN without the E, green like the color. So MSGREEN _819. That is Instagram. The 819 is my birthday for anybody that want to send me a birthday present in August 19, but that's up to you guys. Hey. And then my Facebook is Kenishia Green.
I'll send you one.
I was just kidding. I'm just joking. KENISHIAGREEN is Facebook. And those are the main two tools that I utilize as an actress. My website is under construction right now. That is gonna be up and running really, really soon this year. And what else? My pictures and all that stuff, all my projects are gonna go on my website. So if you guys do want to follow me and do want to follow my journey, I will definitely appreciate that. And you'll see what I'm up to.
Of course, your journey. That's why I call it your journey.
So, yeah.
Your journey. Yes, I like it. That's why I named the show Your Journey, because everybody have a story to tell. You have a good journey, and I think you have some. I mean, I really like this interview. I really do it because I will share all of your social media things on my YouTube channel, so people can go and look at it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking very forward to it, and I really enjoyed this interview. And that's some other things I want to talk to you about a little bit after the interview. Most definitely. Most definitely. Now we'll interview some more people, some more actors. I'll probably bring anybody on this platform because I will. Don't matter who you are. Anybody who have a story to tell. I don't know if you saw my last video. Did you see the last video I did?
Yes, you interviewed
the first
a young
one.
lady. I did. I'll say that again.
Yeah, it was the first one I did for this channel. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be number 2. So man, listen, I'm so happy to have you on, Miss Kenisha Green. I'll be watching. Oh yeah, Kenishia.
Don't worry. A lot of people always mess up my name and say Keisha. You know what's funny? I always book roles with that name, Keisha. I always get roles by the name of Keisha. I never highlighted my journey coming to New York as well. I guess I want to touch base on that also.
Great.
When I first moved to New York, like I said, it was a leap of faith. I had no money. I took a chance. I met a friend. And I said I needed to move from Pennsylvania to New York, and I made the move from there to Peekskill, New York. Now, mind you, I was so ignorant to New York culture that I'm thinking Peekskill is like Brooklyn or Queens or the Bronx, and the train, the 5 or the 2 train is right next to each other. Nope. I had to take the big old train to get to wherever I need to get to. So I moved to Peekskill, and then I was working at a daycare for kids, and I love the babies, but Lord, was that job not for me. And I had to lie to get out of there. I said I was sick so I can go on an audition in Manhattan, and that's when I was able to I ended up moving from upstate New York, coming down to Queens, because my aunt at the time lived in Queens. And then I started my actual journey, and my first role coming to New York, 3 months into being in New York, was for a character by the name of Keisha. So it was for South Brooklyn Television at the time, and it was going to be on Bounce TV, all of the above. But, due to politics and things like that, it did not fruition, did not come to. And it's still in the works. They're actually trying to bring it back to life right now after a few years. And, people are actually gravitating to it, and people are actually liking it, because back in 2013, if you realize the type of independent films that were being produced in 2013 and the quality, that show was kind of ahead of its time in regards to web series, So things fell apart, which is okay. Things happen. That's what the industry is all about, But they were really ahead of its time, and they were going to be a movement. South Brooklyn TV, if it does come back, if it really goes full force, I want you all to look out for that South Brooklyn TV. And my other project that I was given the opportunity to work on was also Money and Violence, and I played Janie. I played, you ever heard of Money and Violence, by the way?
No, I ain't heard of it. No, ma'am.
Okay. So it was another web series of its kind that did actually blow up. Jay-Z took him on, and he put him on his streaming platform, Tidal. So they had season 2 on Tidal, and I was gracious enough to have the opportunity to be on Tidal in one of the episodes as well. I played Janie, besides Rafe, who is the lead actor, director, and writer of the show. So I've had a lot of different experiences, and I'm just really looking forward to really going full force. And you're gonna see, and you're gonna hear more about Kenishia Green, the girl from Jamaica, born and raised in Jamaica, and I left when I was 10 years old, and now I'm here. So yes.
Thank you. I'll almost definitely, like I said, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for this interview. I've actually enjoyed this interview. You expressed yourself very well. You spoken very well. You touched on a lot of things that I didn't have to ask you, because you already touched them before I could even ask you about the certain topics.
I'm glad
for real.
Did.
That's why I like to do it generic. I don't have a list of things. I'm just write down.
Mm-hmm.
And so you pretty much put it on out there, and then like all the media links and stuff. If people want to go see, all of y'all who watching want to see, reach out to us on Instagram and Facebook. It will be below in the description box of this YouTube program. So, yeah, Kenishia Green, I really thank you for this opportunity to allow me to interview you and all the great information that you shared about your life and your story and your journey. So I want to thank you, and I really do, and I want to thank you for this broadcast. And so, man, I'll hope to see you soon doing more things.
Definitely will. Thank you so much for having me on your platform. I truly, truly appreciate it. Feel free to hit me up again. We can have another interview in the near future. New projects and new stories and new journey. All of that will be happening.
I just be happy just to be a friend. If you allow me to just be your friend. No, I'm free. That's be a friend. Yeah, I was just saying it's more important.
On Instagram right now. Of course, you can be my friend.
Now I'll talk about friends, because you got friends. You got social media friends. Then you got real friends. You know what I'm saying?
Well, where are you located again?
I'm in Texas.
Or are you all the way down south? I'm in New York.
I don't care. Still be friend. Not like that. I'm just somebody.
No, I know what you mean. It's always good to have people.
I can have friends all over the world. You know what I'm saying?
No, right. I get it.
You got fans, and you got friends.
I understand.
Most people on Instagram followers, but they're more fans. Some people,
right?
Unless you personally know them. You know what I'm saying? It's different. A lot of people follow people on Instagram. Most of them fans. Mm-hmm. You got some friends.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Amar, thank you. This was a really great interview. I appreciate it. I really, really do.
And thank you as well. And I'm finna end this interview, and that's some other thing I want to talk to you about. So don't hang up just yet.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye.